Mr. Starbuck's testimony contains a glaring contradiction. Really? What's the contradiction? The question is, what does it mean? Even if Mr. Starbuck is my client, I can't be gun-shy now. It's time to find out the truth. All I did was support Clay over my shoulder and get us out of the rocket. As per usual. I'm gonna have to go all the way to the last entry. Apollo, there's something strange about Mr. Starbuck's testimony. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. There's a glaring contradiction. I just wonder why it's there and what it means for our case. I gotta be honest, viewers, I didn't notice anything. A glaring contradiction? Well, it doesn't look like he's lying, at least. Guess I'll have to show some evidence. A glaring contradiction? All I did was support Clay over my shoulder and get us out of the rocket. Like always, I took the elevator down to the middle level and headed to the corridor. Do they mean... Do they mean that the elevator doesn't actually go up? Go up to the top level? Because he said he took the elevator down. Maybe that's the contradiction? Clay had passed out by the time we got to the order to evacuate. I didn't kill Clay. I was trying to save him. All right, let's press him. Let's press him. So what you're saying is that the victim was still alive at that time? Of course, he was alive and well. Is that the contradiction? Contradiction of him being dead? But that's the prosecution's claim, though. It's the prosecution's claim that Clay was dead before he reached the corridor. Of course, he was alive and well.
Silence.
Yep, there's the contradiction. If so, then you admit you took a man who was alive and well and silenced him permanently with this? What? No, black hole confirmed. Dead ahead. What? Black hole? Ah, it's no good, Captain. I'm getting sucked in. Mr. Starbuck, you're not in space. Black hole? Trust me, we are far away from a black hole. I don't think we'll ever be able to send a human there. Anytime soon, at the very least. Please give your testimony seriously. It was just nerves. But maybe I shouldn't have said he was alive and well. Huh? It was more like he was slumped over. Those are complete opposite ends of the spectrum. Like always, I took the elevator down to the middle level and headed for the corridor. Is he gonna explain that, that the elevator doesn't actually go up? I don't think anyone actually mentioned that, but it seems to me that the elevator doesn't go to the upper level. Is that the elevator inside the launchpad area? That's right. We always use it to get to and from the cockpit. Okay, so they actually can go all the way up. Is this the elevator? That's the elevator? Like, the elevator doesn't actually go down? How can you go down, then? That makes sense. So he was just using the route he always used. In spite of the fact that there had just been an explosion? Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. The powers are cut, right? But, well, I mean... The powers were cut. The affected areas remain dark. The security system switch over to emergency power and continue to work. I guess emergency system kicked in. When did it kick in, though? When did it kick in, huh? I think Mr. Starbuck is hiding something. Something pretty big. Clay had passed out by the time we got the order to evacuate. Passed out? Why was he passed out? Probably because of the explosion. The noise and vibration were incredible. It's a little wonder a person would pass out, right? Little wonder. I guess. Not that I know. Huh? What do you mean you don't know? Well, I guess the explosion still hasn't happened. But how the hell did he lose his eye? Or did he injure his eye? What's happening to Apollo's eye? I've been hit by space debris. The main engine's on fire. It's gonna blow! Ah! Oh, he's dead. Yes, I see. I guess it does make sense that someone would pass out. Especially if the person in question is Mr. Starbuck. Anyway. I didn't kill Clay. I was trying to save him. Don't worry. I understand. I'll make sure everything turns out all right. Silence! But everyone's glaring at me like I did it. Apollo, you have to reassure him better than that. What do you mean, better than that? And how am I supposed to do that? Try to imagine how he's feeling, and use that to figure out how to boost his confidence. How? Mr. Starbuck, think back to what Clay used to always say. It's times like these when he would repeat, "I'm fine," to himself. I'm fine? Yeah, I guess he did say that a lot. Well, like you like to sigh a lot. But even if I shout it, Clay will still be dead. I guess. What's the use? You're sighing as well? It's contagious. Could somebody please reassure me now? So the idea here, I think the idea here is that the elevator was running by the time the explosion happened, because as of this report, the powers were cut off. Objection! That's not it? The evidence is at complete odds with the witness testimony. What's with that glare? Your baldness? Who, me? What do you make of this objection of his? Oh, I don't know if I should, well... I've no patience, for vagaries. Now, answer my question. Vagaries? Yes, sir. The defense's objection was clearly misguided. Bravo, nicely done. It seems our misguided attorney had earned himself a penalty. I better look before I leave next time. Isn't this the idea? Like always, I took the elevator down to the middle of the... That's what I'm thinking. Like, I actually misunderstood this diagram, because I thought this whole thing is actually an elevator, like a huge lift to carry out equipment and whatnot, to like a loading bay that elevates up and down. But no, it turns out that this is actually the elevator, which Spar fire on the second floor in the main building at the middle level. The launch pad near the elevator. Is this the is this it? Is this it? Objection! Huh. Okay, I gotta be honest, I didn't notice that. That's my fault. That's my fault. Probably didn't remember this piece of evidence. Or that piece of report. Mr. Starbuck, I need your testimony to be as accurate as possible. Was I not being accurate? No, because it's impossible for you to have taken the elevator down to the middle level. What makes you say that, Mr. Justice? Please recall where the bomb went off in Launchpad 1. Also recall that after the explosion, the middle level elevator was engulfed in flames. Oh, you're right. Which means... So was Soul the one that got knocked out? Is that it? And Clay actually helped him? Is that how it is? I think that's how it is. Exactly. The Launchpad's elevator would have been unusable. In other words... Mr. Starbuck, your statement is decidedly inconsistent with the facts. Why did he wear the helmet? What's with the helmet? Mission command! Mission command! You read me. Come in, please. Objection! This is playing along. This is mission command. I order you to pay attention. Stop this nonsense and answer my questions, Mr. Starbuck. My helmet! My oxygen tank! Oxygen concentration and body temperature declining. Requires medical assistance. Wow, such a drama queen. Mr. Starbuck, we're not in space right now. Please stop pretending you have lost consciousness and stand back up. I apologize, Your Honor. I forgot I was still on Earth. Strange that nobody actually managed to detect any lies. Even Athena. She would definitely sense the discord, and Apollo as well. Should be sensing him lying. Did he have his bracelet on? I actually didn't notice. I feel like we all just got a real glimpse of Solomon Starbuck, the astronaut. Yeah, he seemed more like an astronaut now than when he was doing all that sighing. Well, he still has the bracelet, so he wasn't lying. Mr. Starbuck, Could you please explain the inconsistency in your testimony? In your statement, sorry. In your statement. About how you used the middle level elevator? I, was nervous, and I said the wrong thing. I'm sorry. I actually, took a different route. I think. A different route? I hope you were able to deliver a straight story this time. I'll get it right this time. Maybe. No, I mean, probably. Probably. Glare. It's understandable to be nervous, but let me remind you, accuracy is paramount in court. Well, I guess he is gonna give us yet another testimony. My escape route. Let's see, my escape route. What I said before was a mistake. I remember now. I took a different route. Maybe, probably... Are you for real? I think he was unconscious by the time all that happened. With the capsule and clay in my arms, I made my way down from the upper level. This testimony is kind of useless. So you're saying you escaped without using the elevator? That's right. There's a ladder that spans the upper and middle levels. I used that ladder to get to the middle level. Luckily, the fire hadn't reached the ladder, so we could make our escape that way. How did he carry the body, then? They did say that the astronaut suit is actually pretty heavy, so carrying, moving normally while wearing it is kind of a hindrance. So actually moving with it and carrying someone that's actually wearing it as well, and carrying this thing as well. So yeah, doesn't make sense. And the capsule you mentioned, I suppose you mean the thing next to Mr. Taryn here. Was the capsule that important that you'd risk your life to take it with you? It almost goes without saying, but yeah, that capsule contains asteroid samples. Why would you want to bring it back to space, though? Therefore, it's invaluable as research material. With his spacesuit on, Clay weighed a ton, but securing the capsule was also important. I need you to answer to the best of your ability. Mr. Starbuck, please remember that your verdict is riding on your testimony. Ha. Ha. Maybe I'm guilty after all. No, don't say that! I wonder if you can see the stars in prison. But it's more comfortable than a spaceship. Whoa! This guy is an idiot. Holy hell. We're gonna have to press him to get some more info, because I don't think that's gonna be enough. So Mr. Starbuck escaped with Clay and the capsule, which means it's just like in the footage. I can see why he couldn't run, though. He must have weighed over 200 pounds just by himself. Yeah, and he had to support Clay, who was another 200 pounds. Plus, he had to ensure the safety of that capsule. I don't think I could have even walked under those circumstances. Walking straight forward is probably about all I would have been able to manage. I think that means they've never actually been board. They haven't boarded the rocket. They haven't been to the upper level. That's the reason why. Maybe that's the reason why. They've never been on the rocket, nor the upper level in the launch pad. Alright, let's go ahead and press him. How could you mistake such a basic fact? Hey, everybody makes mistakes, but try thinking about the vastness of space instead. What? From Earth, it takes 4 light years to travel to our nearest neighboring star. How many is that in kilometers? I actually forget how much, how far is a light year? Yeah, light year, viewers, is a measure of distance, not a measure of time. So you see, compared to the vast expanse of space, human error is insignificant. I wish he'd considered it just a little more significant than 0. Enough jabbering. Get on with your testimony. Ugh. I remember now. I took a different route. Maybe, probably. Maybe, probably. Did I hear you right, Mr. Starbuck? I didn't say either of those things. Mission Control, come in, please. An error has occurred in the sound system. Activate the emergency tin can telephone. Damn, you're definitely going to need a long-ass threat. Oh no! Tin can telephones are ineffective in the vacuum of space. I don't think that's true, though. You definitely can still use, like in a vacuum, if you use a thread and go with a cup telephone or a tin can telephone, yeah, I think the sound will still travel. Stop this nonsense or I will sever you and your tin can telephone. No, not the tin can telephone. Alright, I'm begging you. I'll tell the truth. Just don't sever anything. Apollo, is he going to be alright? I'm starting to think he's not. Let's see. So, about when we were running away, with the capsule and clay in my arms, I made my way down from the upper level. I don't think he was in the upper level at all. The upper level of the launchpad area? That's right. That's what I said, isn't it? Granted, that route does exist. So to recap, you had clay over your right shoulder and the capsule on your left hand? Yeah. It's really important, so I couldn't let it get burned up. So even though clay was really heavy, I couldn't afford to carry him with both hands. I did the best I could with him over one shoulder and the capsule in my other hand. I don't think the meaning of what he just said has hit him yet. Huh. You know what you have to do with that testimony, Justice Dono? Yes, I know. Well, I've come this far. No turning back now. It's time to present some evidence. I mean, that's, what happened though, right? What evidence should I actually present? The capsule and clay in my arms? I made my way down from the upper level. Yeah, this is not true, but what do I actually need to present here? He did say, carrying clay with his, right arm? Yeah, left hand, yeah. So I can afford to carry him with both hands. On the other hand. Which one should I present, though? This is definitely the contradiction. The fact that is actually... How is it possible? How is it possible that he actually did that? This is his left hand, right? But yeah, the idea is, how the hell did you do that? It's impossible for you to carry... to go down the ladder doing that. But which one... Crossing... It's probably gonna be this one, yeah. Yeah, this one. This is the one. Mr. Starbuck, why didn't you just tell the truth? The truth? Let's see. The Earth is blue? I guess. No, that's not right. So, I guess the Earth isn't blue. Yeah, that's it. The truth, Mr. Starbuck. Blah, the oxygen concentration is super low in this area. Prepare the emergency oxygen tanks. Mr. Justice, the witness appears confused. Please help him draw out the truth from him. Mr. Starbuck, under the circumstances at the time, you couldn't possibly have reached the boarding lounge via the upper level route. Huh? Not as long as this was along the escape route. The ladder? To get down from the upper to the middle level where the Launchpad 1 corridor is, we'd have to go down the ladder. Isn't that right, Mr. Starbuck? Of course. That was the only way we could escape. Objection! But how would that work? At the time, you were supporting Mr. Terran over your shoulder, were you not? And remember, he was in full space gear as well. He was in full space gear as well, putting him at over 200 pounds. Well, it's easy on the moon. Gravity, only 1/6 of what it is on Earth. Objection! Is that true? I mean, I know it's definitely lower, but is it exactly 1/6? 1/6? Does that mean like it's like 3 point something? 3 point something? 3.3 or 3.2 maybe? But the space center is located on Earth. Short of being an octopus climbing a ladder with an adult male in space gear and one arm, I don't think even an octopus can do that, while carrying the capsule on your other is impossible, wouldn't you say? Ooh. So, Mr. Starbuck, how exactly did you climb down that ladder with your arms full? They weren't inside the rocket at all. Mr. Starbuck, come clean and tell us the truth. Now! Engineer! Where's that engineer? Oxygen leak detected. What the? What the? He's flying the co-op. Oxygen leak detected due to faulty maintenance. Evacuate immediately. Help! I'm caught on the ceiling. Help? Anyone? Bailiff? Prepare the cherry picker. We must launch our rescue mission at once. Cherry picker? Well, that's one way to take off while questioned. I'd rather prove his innocence so he can go to space again someday for real. Now, that guy's not going to space. Now then, Mr. Starbuck, do you think you can keep your feet planted on the ground? Yes, I apologize for losing control. Are you ready to tell us the truth? Not that. Anything but that! Yeah, this guy's gonna be annoying for sure. God damn it! What is going on? This isn't the Mr. Starbuck I know. Do you actually know him? It appears Spaceboy is prone to deception. Witness! Yikes! Yes? I thought your story odd. You mean you thought his story is odd? But perhaps the inconsistencies can be explained as the result of a medical side effect? Huh? He did say. He did say that he takes anti-anxiety medicine, but I don't think these has any side effects. Oh, Prosecutor Blackwell, please. Please don't talk about that. What are you talking about, Prosecutor Blackwell? Is he on LSD or something? Didn't I already state that Spaceboy is ironically terrified of going into space? That's why he took some precautions just before the launch. For you see, traces of anti-anxiety drug were found in his system. Oh? I sense things are about to nosedive. Hold it! You got it all wrong. I told him during the investigation too. I don't know anything about any drugs. I never took any medication, I swear. Huh. Is that true, though? It was found in his system, but he doesn't remember taking it? How could that be? Somebody must have sold them to me. But I guess maybe that's why I don't remember. Because of the side effects. Yeah, that's why I don't remember much about what really happened. What? Hush, 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 hush. Order. Order in the court! We can't get any useful testimony out of him if he doesn't remember anything. Well, this certainly explains why his testimony kept changing. Why didn't he just tell me he couldn't remember? I guess he didn't want anybody to find out he was terrified of going into space. Maybe I really did do it? Oh no. Which brings us to the answer of our original question. Of how the witness climbed down the ladder with a dead body. It does? So what is it? He just threw him? Is that what he means? But no other injuries, actually. According to this, at the very least, from the limited entry here, that he didn't have any other injuries. Like that, like if you would throw someone from the top, he would definitely break something, or at least have some bruises. A dead man feels no pain and makes no complaints, Justice Dono. So the body was simply dropped down from the top of the ladder. Oh my. I see. And then the defendant could climb down with his free hand.
Objection!
Drop the body down? Who would do such a disrespectable thing? Besides, dropping the body down would leave marks on the body itself. So you are capable of quick thinking. Yes, you're correct. Really? Oh, thanks?
Ah!
Huh? What's this? It's the oxygen tank from the victim's spacesuit. It's ruptured, and I'm sure you can figure out why. You can't be implying it ruptured when the defendant dropped the victim's body. I am, for they fracture easily when struck.
Objection!
They would explode, dude. It's an oxygen tank. It's a concentrated amount of oxygen tank. They would combust. Even if that's true, the tank's explosion and the sharpening would leave its mark on the body. Yet according to the autopsy report, only the knife wound was found on the victim's body. You're clearly grasping at straws with this line of reasoning.
Silence.
Shut up. A spacesuit isn't heavy for the sake of being heavy, Justice Dono. It includes the latest technological devices and is made of the fabric of tomorrow. What's that? This fabric is made to protect astronauts from the dangers of space. So falling at a few Earth yards would hardly leave a mark on the wearer.
Objection!
What about the cracks on the helmet? Then shouldn't it be impossible to stab someone through it as well? It should, and yet, through sheer coincidence, the knife slipped through a weak spot in the suit's structure and found its way to its target. What are the chances? You forget that our killer is an astronaut himself, with knowledge of how the suits work. Does he know? Does he know, though? I don't think so. He has got me there. And now, my argument has been proven. Spaceboy killed the victim in the rocket and then dropped his body from the upper level. Did we get the evidence? No. We still haven't got the oxygen tank. After climbing down, he shouldered the body and made sure the camera recorded them. There's no room for debate about these facts, is it now? I don't see it ruptured here. Not only that, wow, we don't really see the goddamn knife stuck here. It's clear that Solomon Starbuck is the only one who could have killed Clay Terran. Ah! Here, the report regarding the astronauts' oxygen tanks. Consider it my send-off gift. Feel free to use it as payment to cross the river Styx. River Styx? Ack! What a way to give us the evidence. Oxygen tank data added to the court record. The victim's tank was ruptured with 0% left. The defendants had 80% remaining. Had 80%. Remaining oxygen is displayed on the left shoulder. Like that's the percentage? Then that number is wrong. Because he had 50%. Hmm. Let's give it a better look here. Remaining oxygen in tanks. The display of the astronaut's left shoulder shows the oxygen remaining. After the incident, the victim's tank was ruptured and the remaining oxygen was 0%. The tank belonging to Starbuck, who claimed to have carried the victim, said it was 80% full. Tanks were functioning properly at the time. Huh? Tanks were functioning properly at the time? They mean before the incident happened? Is that what they mean? Okay. Hey, this report is pretty detailed. Yeah, I just read that. Come on. Let's see. The display on the astronaut's left shoulder shows how much oxygen remains. I guess that means these glowing cyan digits represent the amount of oxygen remaining. I'm done for. I'm going to prison instead of space. They don't have anti-anxiety drugs for that, sadly, so yeah. Your host! Space Boy. Yes? Take heart. The bejeweled night sky is still beautiful, even when viewed through the bars. You mean the stars as seen from prison? That's right. Your cell will be your spaceship. Picture the view through the iron bars. It's like being an astronaut in your own craft for all time. Huh. That's not half bad, though. That's not a half bad thought. This guy is an idiot. Mr. Starbuck? Prosecutor Blackwell got him good too. Got to him good. Oh, son of a bitch. What the hell are you doing? Spaceship prison cell. Fly me, my guilt, and my despair into the deepest, darkest space. And then let's get sucked into a black hole together!
Objection!
There are no black holes in prison. Although... people will definitely try to fill your hole. Don't drop the soap! Mr. Starbuck, you can't give up hope! Oh? Yes, Apollo? You know, Clay really looked up to you. He said you are an incredible man. He said you'd never give up your dreams and passion for space, no matter the situation. He said that. So don't give up now and help me prove your innocence. For the sake of the man who respected you and believed in you, Clay Tarrant. For Clay? Huh. You're wasting your breath. Raw! 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 All right. What the hell is happening here now? Apollo, thank you. I can see things clearly now. Mr. Starbuck? I'm fine now. Thanks for reminding me of my life's mission. Right. We'll both be fine. I'll prove you're innocent. I'll prove you are innocent. You'll see. And after that, we'll get you back into space. I don't think he wants that. Raw! You've ignited the booster rockets of my soul! I'm on fire! I'm Solomon Starbuck, astronaut, a cosmic hero chosen by the universe itself. This is no time to be whimpering and crying. I can't let you and Clay down. Balderdash. The sun. The moon. All of space is calling me, Solomon Soul Starbuck. Ready for launch. Begin the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think that's everyone. Lift off! What the hell? Well, looks like Ganryu's Devil Ganryu's ending. Well, I feel like I've witnessed an actual rocket launch. Apollo, you did it! You broke Prosecutor Blackwell's grip over Mr. Starbuck. We did? Sure. I can't take the credit. It was all Mr. Starbuck. He pulled himself through. Huh. A few simpletons are done massaging one another's egos. No matter how positive your mood, my advantage remains unshakable. I have but to wait for the final guilty verdict. Isn't that right, your baldness? Gah. I can't let up now. I have to stop Blackwell. I have to see this through. Mr. Starbuck. Mr. Starbuck just has to make it up into space. I won't allow Clay's dreams to remain unfulfilled. I've got to destroy Blackwell's argument somehow. Think, Justice, think. I mean, it's gonna be really easy, because the fact that the oxygen tanks doesn't show that there was 80% remained. And I'm gonna assume that there was a third person there.